guys, Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. I have my good friend Kristin here from Rise and Roam Travel Co. Kristin, how are you today? I'm getting the confetti out for you, my friend.
Yay! I'm great, thank you.
You just graduated Careers on Vacation, so we're celebrating in the studio today. I love it, I love it. Tell everybody where your business was before taking Careers on Vacation and where you are now.
Yeah, so my business before I started was really just a dream. Honestly, I worked in the healthcare industry for about 20 years, and I was constantly like, I just want to be a travel blogger. And then the one day I was having like a breakdown at home, and I was like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. And my husband's like, why don't you try being a travel agent? And I'm like, they don't do that anymore, And he's like, I'm pretty sure they do. So we went online, found a couple different things, and found you. And I started watching your videos. And then my husband's like, I'm running errands. And hours later, they're in a big bowl of popcorn, watching your videos, binging on them, and drinking
That's a great
coffee.
visual. I love that. That cracks me up.
Writing all the notes because there's so much great information just even in the videos. And it kind of just went from there. And then I just did the master class that you offer.
Yeah, the free master class. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. And then from there, I did the call with Trish, the discovery call.
I love
it.
That's amazing. What do you feel like have been your biggest wins or celebrations since taking the program?
Well, with the wins, it was something of my own. Before I was work for somebody else, or I would help my husband with like doing the books for his business.
Yeah.
Which was great. It was awesome. I just always wanted something that was mine. And it kind of just took off from there. And there's the confidence that I gained from the program. And then also I ended up booking 3 clients before I graduated. So.
Yay! That's so exciting. That's a huge deal, meaning you're getting leads and clients who are graduating. That's awesome.
Yeah. So that was like the first call I got. I was like, I can't believe this is happening. And then I was just on fire from there. I'm like, this is it. We're in it to win it. We are going.
Oh, I love it. Off and running. I always love the little Star Wars meme we use inside the mastermind. It's working.
Yes, exactly.
That's the most beautiful thing when you do the work, you get the processes, you're able, everything's set up properly, and then you're like, okay. And that first call is still scary. Don't get me wrong. But was it helpful to have our team behind the scenes kind of helping you with those first few bookings as you did that?
The team is amazing. Like from start to finish, everything is absolutely amazing. You feel so supported, like someone's holding your hand throughout just the whole process. And not only the team is extremely helpful, but just the fact that you have that Facebook group.
Yes.
So your peers are helping you constantly and just giving you that confidence to be like, you got this, keep going.
Yeah, that
absolutely amazing.
Daily support. I filmed another case study right before this one, and Jason Martins from Blue Heron Travel Co. He said kind of the same thing. It was like just having that people during that on the job phase to help calibrate, because if you buy e-program or something like that, no one's really there to go, but it didn't work, or it's not working like you said it was. Or sometimes on different markets, this is one of those businesses where it can be different from market to market. So it's when you guys get to that place of like, okay, now I have to do the job, that's where sometimes people just quit because they're like, wait, this is too much, I don't know what to do. But that's why having that human interaction is like so important on that process. And yes, the ability to jump on at 3 a.m. and put a question, not that we're on there at 3 a.m. I mean, sometimes we are, but but we monitor that group Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And even when we're not there, though, you're right. The peers are helping because you have people that are in week 12 of the program. They're like, oh, I know that answer. Here you go. Right? Yes. I love that. Well, and one of the things, I love that you mentioned you came out of healthcare. We have had a record number of people come out of healthcare positions. I think obviously COVID was, my best friend is a nurse, and she's like, listen, we're all dealing with PTSD after all of this craziness, and a lot of people are like, what do I want now for my life, and making that transition. So first of all, I feel really honored to help anyone coming from healthcare, emergency service, like just those areas where people were just feeling so emotionally drained to now step into something that is lighter and it's like in alignment with what their soul or their life plan is, right? But as you make that big transition, it still feels scary if you've been in healthcare forever, you've been doing something for forever that's different. For that reason, we have our mindset pillar of the program where we really try to support you with starting to think like a business owner, supporting you in that process, giving you those tools. How did the mindset work help you in your life or business as you went through this program?
Yeah, so the funny thing with mindset is I'm kind of a self-help junkie, okay? So I read all the books, do all the affirmations, all the mantras, and I've been doing it for years. So I was like, okay, we can do the mindset stuff, not thinking I was going to gain any more than what I've been reading and studying for the past couple of years. And let me tell you, every single call, which I wasn't actually able to get on them, but the replay was key for me. So every time listening to those calls, I was just like, H, Brother Brandon.
I love it.
I was digging something constantly. And it was interesting because I was like, hearing someone else talk about their blocks, I was like, oh man, I think I have that block too.
Yeah.
So constant work just happening, and it was just recognizing, oh, I thought I was really good with this, but I can go a little deeper.
Absolutely. And it's so funny. Jason and I, the one we filmed earlier today, had that same conversation. He had a great quote. He said, it's like using a muscle. You have to keep doing it because it's what, and I was like, oh, that's so true. Because during those COVID times, even me, like you, were like, I'm miss mindset. Like I've read all the books, I've done all the things. But during that time, I had to really like go through this, whoa, I got to get these tools out again because I'm struggling here to just stay even, right? And it really is that it's your ego that goes, oh, we got this, and those things. So I love that. And we always try to like, look at things from a different perspective and also approach mindset from a business perspective of like, here's why it's important to remove these blocks so you can have that. So I love that you mentioned that because I'm the same thing. I'm like, I have that little ego piece of be like, I got this, my mindset is good. But I've learned now that I can feel it like coming like from whether it's overwhelm or anxiety. And what I used to do way back when I was having panic attacks and 10 years ago and typical type A, I used to just work through it, work harder. And the reality is you have to stop. And you have to, instead of hustle, you have to align, right? And it's one of those things where it's like, even the best of us, you have to catch yourself. So I think that's why we have this integrated through the program, because you guys are doing big stuff. You're making big shifts. You're going into a new season of your life. Even if you think, I'm going to be the best ever, you're going to go through stuff in this program that opens you up and that like, I didn't think about that and I have to do this. And it's just, I think that aspect of mindset has been one of the really the kind of the secret sauce of our program, just having that kind of floated in. So I love that you got something, even though you are definitely a student of mindset for sure. Now, a lot of people, Kristin, watch these case studies because they're in that consideration phase and they're like, is this what I'm looking for? Is this what I need? And you went through that too. So I would love to ask you, when you were watching these videos, or for those people out there watching, what would you like them to know about what's inside our program in terms of, what we promise? Do we over deliver? Do we under deliver? Are we just even with what we say we're going to give you? Like, what was that experience watching the videos? And then once you're in the program and now that you have seen everything behind the secret curtain, what would you want them to know in their consideration phase that you maybe would have liked to have known back then?
I was like, how much time do you have? Because I can go on.
I mean, I got all day.
I will say that at first, I'm going to be honest, I was a little skeptical. I was like, to your videos, I'm like, is this too good to be true? I actually went online and started looking for reviews. I couldn't find anything negative. And I was like, how do they do this? This can't be real. Until I had that onboarding call, the discovery call with Trish. Mm-hmm. And immediately you felt like you were part of the family. Mm-hmm. They were just very, very comfortable. They're like, if you have any questions, any concerns, where are you coming from? Where do you want to go? She addressed everything. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And actually, at the time, I had to hold off a couple months because we were selling our house, and I wanted to devote 100% of my time to this. Okay, so we sold the house. I was very excited, signed up, and from day one, I mentioned it before, just the amount of support that you get, not only from all of the coaches and your staff, but your peers. You also get that one-on-one coaching calls with your personal coach. And every day you're constantly getting feedback from the Facebook groups. And not only does it teach you how to start and run a travel company, but it teaches you how to run an online business. Yeah. It's like you're getting two amazing deals for one.
Yeah, it's like a travel school plus a consulting how to show up online in a big way so you can actually get the leads to make the sales, right?
Right, and I tell everybody that. I'm like, this course is absolutely amazing. If you want to sell soaps, you can sell soaps from what they teach you.
Yeah, I've actually had husband and wife teams where the husband runs something and then he's like, oh, we can use this for our trucking company. We can use this for the what? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. That's fine.
Yeah, the information that you provide it's priceless. It is worth 3 times the amount of the program. Absolutely.
Well, prices are going up. Did you hear that? Prices are going. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love that you say that because we really do have a philosophy of trying to under promise and over deliver. And I know when you watch these videos, you're like, wow, are these results like really real? I just let you guys tell your stories, and that's one of those things we're very results focused, but we try to over deliver. And I think, like we, in our contract, we say we'll do a minimum of this many calls, a minimum of this many modules, but when you get in, you actually get way more modules, you actually get way more access to more calls, because we want people to feel like that extra value. And not everyone's journey is the same. Like everyone's going to get the core curriculum, but then we try to put those extra bonuses in for people that are on our experience track, or people that might be interested in building up something a little more niche, or doing group travel, or how to, all those different things that we have kind of built in there that we call extras. But that's where we try to kind of be the bonus ad, if that makes sense. We don't talk about that a ton. But you never lose access to the MEM site either, which is really kind of a cool feature as well. I love it. Well, Kristin, what would you tell that person who's sitting on the fence? Maybe they've had their discovery call. Maybe they're about to book their discovery call, but they're just not sure. What would you tell them about Careers on Vacation? Should they do it, and why specifically?
Okay, well, 10 out of 10, I recommend. Absolutely. But I also feel like there's a reason why you keep having that bug in your ears of, I should do this, or why is this coming to me? I really want to do this. This is something I'm passionate about. But when you have those concerns of, I don't know, how am I going to do this? I don't know. I have a full-time job, or I have, husband and kids I've got to worry about also. Again, there's a reason why this was put in front of you. I would just say, do it. You're not going to regret doing it. However, you may regret not doing it.
I love that. What a good sound bite.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, even if you're not interested in travel, you should just go to the course anyway.
Don't live with those regrets. Well, and on the flip side of that, I can't tell you how many people have gone through a formal, like, college travel and tourism program. I won't name names because there's a few of them out there where they go for 2 years and then they come to our program and they're like, ugh, I could have just done this and not lost 2 years of my life, because then I'll learn how to be a travel agent. But it's that application part of, because the travel and tourism, listen, if you get a degree, I'm all for that. That's amazing. But they don't teach you how to actually operate in this online space, guys. They're like, yes, here's the history of what the travel industry, and you get all that crap too with our program. Not that it's crap, but it's like, we try to give you, here's what you need so you can make bookings, like Kristin did, bookings before the end of the program. And because that's what allows you to then start growing your business and get to the success faster, and that whole piece. So I love that you shared that, Kristin. I think that's amazing. And I'm so excited for you. I'm going to give you some more confetti. Yay! We're of course going to be your cheerleaders for life. And listen, guys, if you're watching this video, just go visit us over at careersonvacation.com. Check out the program. This is just an inside snapshot of our mastermind, where you get several modules, but beyond the modules, beyond our curriculum, it really is about the coaching and support that Kristin mentioned. You get to work with real human beings. You get a private ultimate coach. This is my team here, the same team that got my business to multiple 7 figures. They are the same team you get to work with to help start, grow, or supersize your travel business. And we have the most case studies in the travel industry at this point, which we are so super proud of. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. And Kristin, we're going to be adding to the list. So go visit us at careersonvacation.com/ready now if you'd like to do that. That free consult that Kristin was talking about. It really is just a discovery call to understand where you are in your journey and if we can help you. If we can't help you, we're still going to give you some great advice, some great tips, because honestly, that's what my heart is as an educator and advocate in the industry. Whether you work with us or not, we are here for all of the fun and all of your success, regardless of how you decide to proceed. But Kristin, thank you again for being on the show today. We're going to see you over in the grad group. You're not going too far. And thanks for being on the show. You were a super fun guest.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciated it. I just am so thankful for you and for your whole team. Absolutely amazing. I could not thank you guys enough.
Well, it was our honor, and thank you for trusting us with your new journey and your new season. So, guys, we'll see you next week. Bye, Kristin.
Bye.
Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all of the other content on our channel. And if you want to follow along and travel with me around the world and see how I run my amazing travel brands and get some great tips on how to grow your own, make sure you check out that other content. I'm going to drop a couple videos here. Click those links. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.